Hey guys, welcome to me reacting to Game Theory is the lost level of Accounting Plus Real Zoo Level Mystery. Now, I think the last video I made on this channel was literally Game Theory, and I think that's due to the fact that SMG4 is on their tour, so they won't really be posting that much, which is totally fine by me. Also, I reacted to the zoo level theory that they had, which I'm also kind of into, so I'm hoping what they have in store for the zoo level, because I'm actually interested. But yeah, anyways, guys, original link's in the description. Make sure you go subscribe to The Game Theorist. That link's also in the description. Anyways, let's get right into it. Oh.
Hello, please. And
What?
welcome, please.
Oh!
Plus.
Theorist Plus.
Yes, continue.
Of course.
Continue.
Okay, so if we view this button from the
What?
backside, are there any secrets there? No?
What?
Can I look under the floor? Maybe I need to literally look into the continue button myself. If I just
What?
glitch my head in around here.
What are you doing? You
What?
can just press continue.
That's just what you want me to think, game. I'm not
What?
falling for your tricks. How about these Rubik's Cubes laying around?
Wait.
Pretty random. Can I solve it? No, I can't solve it. Can I throw it at the button? Doesn't
It's
seem
already
right.
solved.
That down. This is supposed to make things more efficient. You're ruining the game with too much attention to detail.
What?
You know what?
Wow.
I'm just gonna press the damn button.
Wow. Oh my god. Yeah. I love this intro. Bum, 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 bum. Ba, 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 da, ma, 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 ma. Oh my god. Like, I still love this intro, guys. I mean, freaking yes. Go subscribe to The Game Theorist. Link's in the description.
Hello,
I already said
Internet.
that, though.
Welcome to
But-
Game Theory,
Yes.
the smartest show in every layer of virtual reality. I
Yep.
gotta ask
Oh
you,
my
what
god.
keeps you up at
Nice.
night? Is it the one thing that you did back in 6th grade that's really
heck?
embarrassing and you still can't live down? Is it playing endless rounds
Rick
of
and Morty?
Fortnite while you're laying in bed? Well, let me tell
No.
you, the thing that keeps me up at night is the secret zoo level in Accounting Plus VR. Underneath this game's crass facade of niche Rick and Morty references lays
I actually
a mystery
am
that we
interested in
started
this.
digging into last episode. A mystery that was spread across video game award shows, trailer
Yeah.
drops, secret stages, and an endless slew of ciphers, all hiding something that we're told is going to be very special. As we've heard time and time again, it's hiding a secret zoo level, which is very hard to find.
gonna move
Last
over.
time, I introduced you to the story so
Dang it.
far, some of the dangling loose threads that exist in this mystery, an
I
odd
have a-
sound file,
like,
and a
I just have a
password that tells us to dig
huge-
deeper into
huge
clown
letter
apps.
on my
But today,
desk.
I tackle the problem in a different way. All to
It's
answer the
wobbling.
question, is there a zoo level at all? You see, despite
Yeah.
everything I covered last time, the problem with this zoo level mystery is that my usual tactics of research just won't help. Usually there's enough oddities in a game
Yeah,
to
why
trigger
is
my
there- why was there a
theories.
zoo level on the
Something
floor?
feels off. A line
Is that
seems out of
Aquaman?
place.
Is that an
Once you start
Aquaman
digging
reference?
into what's really going on, a solution
Punnett Square.
presents itself. In this case, though, Accounting Plus's universe just doesn't have enough logical consistency to make a clear, testable hypothesis.
True.
A great example of this is
Yeah.
actually Five Nights at Freddy's. The first 3
Oh.
games clearly set up the idea of murders and ghost possession. Is it 100% realistic? No, definitely not. But it was a consistent logic within those 3 games. When things die
Dang.
in animatronics, their spirits go on to possess them. Purple Guy is not
Well, I'm
literally
looking back in my
purple,
room.
He's just a consistently colored and mysterious sprite. That's why Sister Location's ending caused so many issues for the franchise. Magic
Oh.
remnant metal that's allowed to have multiple souls get possessed in them, and then can possess a body and then puke itself up from that body.
Oh,
and allow
yeah.
the body to rot and turn purple. It just broke from the established logic of the universe.
Yeah.
With rules thrown out the window, anything can become fair game. Literally anything can be possessed by any number of souls, and anyone could either be living or dead or a zombified monster. Doesn't matter. But in Accounting Plus,
True.
you never get a solid footing because everything in the game is super random. A
Nice.
in the game
Tree
can bring
guy.
you down a level into a park, or
Yeah,
inside of a
it will
person's
throw you in
body.
any
Eating
world.
An apple could take you outside the game entirely, where suddenly
What?
you're meeting an obsessive player whose headset it sends you into a twisted version of the same game that you just played. Is
Wait,
that
what?
invisible object on the torch over there a glitch, or is it something
that
essential to
real?
solving this overall zoo level mystery?
Like, if you eat
don't
an
know
apple?
because there are no rules. Everything has you running in circles. There are just too many possibilities in a game that is unrestrained by logic, not to mention one with so many items to interact with and throw around. And think about this, if there was some very specific order in which I had to do everything, not only would it be really tough to figure out what I had to do in the first place, it would then require even more time and a lot more players engrossed in this mystery to figure out, okay, this is what we have to do, but now we have to figure out the order in which to do it. I mean, take this as an example. In the King of VR's stomach, there's a bone xylophone. It is used for literally nothing. That's unusual, right? So obviously my first senses are like, hey, this might be a clue to unlocking the secret zoo level. So maybe you need to play a sequence of notes on it. But then what song do you play? Remember, we're dealing with Rick and Morty. The library of song references and metadata.
Yeah, Megalovania is right in there.
Here. And believe me, I tried a lot of different options, from the obvious to the not so obvious. Even going so far as to try a classic Looney Tunes exploding xylophone gag on the bones, since it's one of the most iconic xylophone scenes in all of entertainment, and also it's the type of humor that they would appreciate. But it turned out that the bones were actually in the wrong musical key. I also noticed that if you pour stomach acid on the bones for long enough, a techno song starts to play that sounds like it has a xylophone track in the background. But now, to test whether that could possibly be a solution, I would need to transpose the music, learn to play the song, which is a 4-minute song. And this is all assuming that the xylophones even mean anything in the first place. You could do all of that and it could still lead to just another dead end. And that is just one object in one room of a game that, in order to unlock some of the trophies, requires you to do things like stand there and hold a brick for nearly 5 minutes, or knock on the same door 21 times to listen to super repetitive dialogue over and over and over again for over 10 minutes. And that's just to unlock the normal game's achievements. If they wanted to keep you there drinking this adult beverage for a full 24 hours to unlock this secret zoo level, they absolutely could. Unlocking this thing could be time-based, it could be action-based, it could be code-based. You don't know. So after hours and hours of testing a lot of different hypotheses all across the game, from recreating things that are happening in the game's trailers, to flexing my xylobone skills, to trying to boundary break any chance I got, that's when I did the theorist equivalent of throwing in the towel. I dug into the code of the game. Utilizing the Unity engine and a compiler, I had Zach, who is one of the researchers who helps with episodes like this, pull apart the files from the game in an attempt to find the level. At first, things actually looked promising. There were 16 level files in the game, and on a quick count, we could only come up with 14 that were known. So we were getting excited. And then we found it, the smoking gun that proved that there would be a zoo level, an asset that was so undeniable that it was a misdirect. We found the zoo entrance sign. And for a minute, we thought we'd solve the mystery until we realized that that asset was just used in the game's water park level. A level that, it's worth mentioning, is entirely dedicated to the zoo level conspiracy.
Well, okay. So, you're interested in the secret zoo level, right?
Things only became more discouraging from there. The body of a 3D object is called a mesh, and there are mesh elements for every character, object, and scene in a game. While there were certainly some funky-looking meshes, there weren't any of the things that you would expect at a zoo, or anything that went beyond the characters that we already knew about.
So could there even be a zoo level?
An explicit image of the level. So maybe we could find the buildings that we see, or the courtyard, or the palm trees. But none of these assets were found in any of the mesh files. And then we looked through the level assets themselves. You might be surprised to learn that by the time the game is rendering, a level like the accounting office, with all those filing cabinets, doors, and even the desk, are all part of one solid object. But when you look at all the assets that are marked as levels, which all use the phrase root_scene in their name files, none of them match up with the supposed zoo level at all. You see nothing like the image on the front page of that newspaper, nor any level that hasn't already been discovered by hardcore players of the game. Another dead end. So with two massive strikes against the zoo level even existing within the game's code, I wasn't feeling too much hope, but I still refused to give up.
So he didn't
I went
quit.
Two-dimensional. After all, maybe the zoo level is actually procedurally generated
like
Minecraft is. All that would require some good generic 2D
like it's
whatever procedural generation creates, but once again, we couldn't find anything that indicated any sort of zoo level whatsoever. No orange and brown spotted skin for a giraffe, no gray elephant elephant skins, no woolly
Oh.
bison skins, and really, if your zoo doesn't have any woolly bison present, then what kind of a zoo are ya? Even though
What?
we had a zoo entrance sign and a zoo level cartridge that we talked about last episode, there was nothing else to indicate that the actual level existed anywhere in the game's code. But who knows? Maybe this is just a really clever level and it's just reusing assets from other levels in the game. Maybe it's less of a zoo level and more of a level labeled as zoo to throw us off the tracks of what it really is kind of level. So there was still one final thing to check. Audio. Obviously, modern games utilize fully voice-acted audio. Whenever the tree guy opens his mouth to verbally berate you, it is a fully pre-recorded line that Justin Roiland made in the studio. By chopping the lines up into different files, the game can maybe play some of those lines in a different order, or play one line instead of another based on the character choice, but the game only has the choice of the lines that Justin Roiland put into the microphone himself at one point in time. It's not like Justin or any of the other voice actors who worked on this game went into the studio and proceeded to record every phonetic sound just so that their voices could be synthesized into sentences. So maybe, just maybe, if we could find an unused audio file somewhere in the back, we would be able to suggest that there's there somewhere, anywhere where it could possibly be used.
On the website.
About the character, the level, who's
what about on that website that it gave you the like sounds?
Model of it, whatever. Just that
save
there are more
the animals
in the game's files waiting to be rolled out to whoever does whatever random arbitrary task that these sadistic designers set out for us to do. And there was nothing.
There was?
No
nothing.
Loop, no new characters. There were sadly no audio files that indicated that there was another level that we hadn't found yet. Unless the zoo level were to be entirely narrated by a text-to-speech bot, those audio files would need to be in the game's code. And with that said, with the files picked cleaner than the bones in VR King's stomach, I have no other choice than to cast my ruling. Is there a zoo level in Accounting?
Wait, but what if you use the like files?
Not. All of this has been a professional level troll by people who know and understand internet culture. They weaponized theories against us. What started as a game with maybe 2 hours of solid playtime has become a multi-year treasure hunt for a treasure that was never there to begin with. A few random Easter eggs and a few key quotes at award ceremonies, and Accounting Plus becomes the raised parents of gaming. All a bunch of setup for an epic reveal that never actually comes. So where does that leave us? This past June, fellow developing company Crows posted an audio file on the secret zoo level Discord.
What if you coded that? What if you like decoded that? Oh, I don't like that sound. Ugh.
It was in Morse code, and it led to this image, nightsky.jpg. Crank up the exposure on that image, and you get yourself the code FOECYP3, which leads to an Imager page, imager.com/A/FOECYP3, which has an image of the janitor's key card from one of the game's secret space levels. Converting that number on the key card from hexadecimal to text gives us FARGs. Except it wasn't just F, it was the full-blown word that is not brand safe. I don't know about you, but that seems pretty explicit as to whether or not they really wanted to do this thing. But if there was any doubt, the game's latest update seems to put it all to bed. The newest level added to the game is titled the Water Park level. By finding a yellow pill inside a box of cereal, you're taken to a conspiracy den that is 100% dedicated to this zoo level mission.
The water
room
park
is filled with assets from the game, supposed clues that are strewn about the room in a frantic search for what the hidden meaning of it all is. The character who guides us through this room, the clown from the first trailer who was seen leaving the zoo level. He's convinced that the zoo level exists, and he rambles on and on about the various clues and all the dead ends that people have discovered so far.
You see, Keeley brings up the secret zoo level. A small sliver of the fans that will be able to find it.
He embodies us. We are the clowns here, chasing our tails looking for a prize that doesn't exist. The radio in the water park update actually has some backwards dialogue hidden in it.
Oh, really? Yep, that's backwards dialogue.
Reversing the audio gives us this.
Hi, good job reversing this, but you've wasted your time. There's no secret here. Goodbye.
What?
On the ceiling of the water park level, there's a key
What?
that just hangs there. A key that, no matter what you throw at it, will never fall. It always stays there, hanging just out of reach.
What?
That is the symbol of the zoo level. A prize that you can't win and will just drive you crazy trying to reach. It all goes back to that opening choice in the game with the Rick and Morty memes that I mentioned last episode. There is no difference despite what meme you choose. It's all a prank, a big goof. I talked earlier in this episode about how there's no logic in this game, but that's not entirely true. The logic is that there is no logic. And so expecting a bunch of clues to lead up logically to something that doesn't exist in the game's code is absurd. I think Clovis, our game's tutorial, may have been the one to say it best.
The people who don't get the joke are the people that are the butt of the joke.
So let's end on the question that I was asking myself while I wrote this. If there really is no zoo level, was there even a point to this big game in the first place? Or was it all just another meaningless creation wasting our time?
Yeah.
Of course not. The zoo level, even if it doesn't exist, is still stoking the fires of discovery. Look at Shadow of the Colossus, a game where hardcore fans became certain that there was a secret 17th Colossus hidden somewhere. The players spent hours combing over the rich, detailed world that seemed to be full of so many clues and hints pointing to this greater mystery. People learned that you could hang onto birds and fly to reach secret locations. They started to decipher the secret ancient languages in the game. But despite all of that, the 17th Colossus never emerged. It was never there to begin with. But because of that search, the game grew into a far richer experience for the players than the game would have ever been without it. They joined together in communities. They learned about this world. They learned about game development. They learned about language. And most importantly of all, they did eventually make a discovery. A secret garden at the top of the temple, only reachable after beating the game 3 or more times. So even if the zoo level doesn't exist, we're all the better off for it because its legend lives on. The mystery continues. It's gotten hundreds of people who played this game to unite online to solve this collective mystery. Maybe you didn't know about this game before these 2 episodes, but now you know a little bit more about how games are constructed, how developers lovingly hide secrets in them, and hopefully you can see how communities come together as people swap war stories about going through the games they love, searching for that mystical level that totally, definitely, probably doesn't exist. Or maybe it does. Who knows? I have been wrong before. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a few more songs that I have to try out on those xylophones. The hunt is still on, baby. But hey, that's just a theory. A game theory. Thanks for watching.
Alright. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Leave a like on the video. Subscribe if you are on my channel. And yeah, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye!